Yeet. Oh, hello, everybody. It is your boy V Snake here, out here with some 40 orb category that is, I guess, almost the semi any percent, the true any percent of Spyro 2. You just collect 40 orbs as fast as you can through any means inside the game system. Unlock the door to beat Ripto. So we will get started right. Do I have to give you a countdown, or?
You could give Jake, give him a countdown.
Yeah, Jake. I don't know if we.
All right.
Okay. Three,
yeah.
2, 1, go. All right. So we're gonna start here, obviously in Glimmer. Something that might be a little different this time around from anyone that's seen 40 or before is a slightly tweaked lamps 1 route, and that just pretty much switches a couple of the lamps around, just 2 I think. So we will get started. And another thing to note from the start pretty much is gem collection. We do need 500 to get swim to access the second half of Summer Forest. So
yeah, this and how this is being done has changed quite recently. Me and Drash looked into alternative orb routing, and for the start of this run you will be seeing something that quite a lot of people have probably never seen in terms of the route. In terms of gems, the gems can be quite tight. However, he's going to be trying to aim to get 500 by the time he is leaving Colossus. If he doesn't, then there's plenty of backup gems in Summer Forest, but for the most part he's going to be collecting gems that are on the way and any like good clusters. And by major like route difference is V-Snake is going to be doing Hockey 1 in Colossus. Me and Drash, we went through and we kind of gauged each and every like orb against each other, and it turned out that Hockey 1 was actually worthwhile, as well as doing a few different tricks here and there in Summer Forest. And with Hockey being added, it's a lot easier to get gems in Colossus, so swim ended up becoming a lot more worthwhile.
On to Summer Forest.
Yeah.
pretty much just going to idle here as well. Very much different. Well, not too different, I guess. The same events occur, just in a different order. We go to the tally room first, thanks to Beetle, straight to the tally guy. Just because we're trying to kind of minimize the gems, we'll be spending a little more time in Colossus, so we make up the time that way. And then also omitting an orb later in Scorch Monkeys, which is pretty much a gigantic waste of time, if you can ask anyone that's running 40 orb. So standard stuff here. It doesn't really matter how fast you take this. I tend to try and set up Beetle a little better this way. Didn't get it that time.
Note that he was grabbing enemies, so we needed to get 8 enemies to get the supercharged power up, which will be used for the Hula Girls challenge later on.
I keep getting them, it's just a wall. Okay, there we go.
Nice.
So pretty much the same route as 14 tally here, up to this guy.
Spyro.
No Drash. Why would I do that when I can show off the awesome proxy?
So yeah, instead of going straight to the talisman, you would have run along the rooftops and then done Hula Girls before doing the talisman. However, it was timed to be about 2 to 3 seconds faster to do talisman before going to Hula Girls. Plus, with the proxy route and how enemies' spirits work, you would actually be faster than the spirit particles get into the power-up, which means that you would have to waste a little bit of time.
Hi, Spyro. Okay.
Lovely platforming with Hunter.
Yeah. Hunter's gonna teach you how to jump.
And hover.
Hovering?
One
What's
part.
that?
Very.
Except you don't even do it.
One of the auto-scrolling orbs, I guess.
Wow.
See a couple of these throughout the run. See another one in Summer Forest at the end. Well, actually, we'll see two.
Little double jump.
Ah,
Possibly? No? Never mind.
I somehow missed that.
Go for the sproder up to it. Oh,
Yeah. No, it's gonna be slow.
No frog either.
So worried about missing that?
Not a very textbook start to the 40-orb run. But
Yeah.
we'll
Hopefully
get
see.
there, guys.
I practice, I promise. Okay, but we'll see a lot of the difference in the run here.
Clip through the nose there.
Try and do hoverless here. That was good.
I didn't actually check how many gems JakeInTake had going in, but I think he's fine, so...
Ugh,
Yeah, I think he's all good.
should be good. I might be a little
Like,
thrown off, but
Like, I normally enter with just over 250.
okay, maybe we'll actually get a decent Yeti. Probably not. Oh, okay.
Walker's calling you out, Wally.
All these guys
Big
want to
hits.
go.
I thought it.
So he missed the 5 gem, but that's okay. I mean, we're still fine on gems, it looks like.
Hopefully you can get a good amount of quick shots.
I bet I could take that Yeti, Phoenix. Right, Walker's 12, come over in your canoe.
Okay, so that helps.
There you go.
Ugh. Managed to get 4 earlier, but again, quick shots, not really. Very out of our control element of the run. But if it works to our advantage, then it can save quite a bit. So, and it doesn't really work to our advantage here, we're actually going to lose a little bit of time, but gotta try it. Ah, that might bounce off of him. Fuck. That's what I get for trying to do half-court attempts.
Hockey, fun as always. Even
Okay.
if we only have to do the first challenge.
Well,
We got 2, so that's better than none, obviously.
would you like to
The thing is two quick shots is actually slow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it was 3 that splits even, but
3
wanna get
splits even, 4 and 5 is faster.
yeah.
Venom.
Can y'all like stop fighting?
Okay.
Like, god damn. As a pacifist, I do not respect what you guys are doing to each other.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're a little bit over, which is fine by me, less I have to worry about later. Very tolerant, man.
V-Snake really overgemmed.
Yeah.
Somehow. I
How
don't
is-
know.
How
Picked
has
up
he
a
done
lot.
that?
Most of the time when I don't avoid the vases behind this, one of the like the statue after hockey, then they usually tend to be over or under gems. So might skip these gems up here in Hurricos.
So yeah, that's really just like where most of the gem routing it actually is. In terms of what's left for gems, it's paying for Zephyr and paying for Shady, and you can get those gems extremely quickly.
I'm gonna hover because I am.
Especially because you're doing so many extra orbs and you just have such a large amount of time to grab the gems.
Thanks for shutting.
Like you have until Shady to collect up the gems because that is the second last level of Autumn Plains with Zephyr being last.
Oh, come on.
But from now on it's basically going to be V-Snake grabbing up gems that are in the way and grabbing orbs that are fast as well as doing tricks here and there.
And a couple of mini games as well that are a bit Spyro 3-esque. Ah,
Good height off that.
Spyro.
just in terms of how long they would take. Like Turtle Soup to me just... Oh wait, why did I split? I missed that split long ago. For here, another big time saver over what we used to do before. I guess done relatively soon. I think I was one of the first, I guess, to really try out Turtle Proxy in a 40 orb run. Again, with this
Turtle
route,
Proxy is the best.
not having to pay for gems until Zephyr is just a really good feeling, and having to bypass all of this just makes it a lot better. Ah, that was good. That would have made up for a couple of things. Ah, I didn't. These are really high. Okay. They're so hard to control. Like, these are insanely high. So at least I'm getting it very consistently. You can see it a couple times. There we go.
There.
Your turtle.
I still think that saves about 5 seconds getting at that attempt. I generally just do one attempt to move on.
Yeah, I figured that, but just the feeling of missing it 3 or so times and moving on is just not very good to me. Again, we don't really need the gems that we get on the way anyway.
Got some positive vibes in the chat.
Yes, we need that. Thank you.
Courtesy of Walker's 12.
Shout outs to Walkers. I can back that up.
And now we're going to be trying a frog squeeze proxy to get up to the orb that you normally have to get up onto the ladder for. I don't think you really put the frog into a good position there.
Okay, well, at least we got
So,
the
yeah,
faster swim.
It's fine because we're able to back that up by getting this swim.
Okay.
So we're going to be grabbing the orb up on the ledge and then behind these doors and then through an aquarium.
And we can actually go through this tree here, so we don't have to go all the way around. Conveniently routed for 40 orb. Developers knew what they were doing. Take notes, toys for Bob. That's how you design a game. That was not quite high enough. That was
Dim.
awkward spot. That's fine. You'll see me choking a lot of proxies here. Don't do that. There we go. Go that way, please. sheep is being a bitch. This tends to happen to quite a few runners.
Not normally to this extent.
Okay. Yeah, and the sheep doesn't, Okay. Let's try and get him back this time. Sometimes he doesn't come back for some reason, even though I went the same distance as I did last time. There he is. Okay, there we go. As long as we get it right. Okay.
Current
Finally got it.
Oh, what?
We're finally going somewhere, guys.
So you can see some proxy in this game can really just floor you, especially if you're starting out or a little rusty, like me. Huh. So,
You rusty.
okay.
You
So
can't
this is-
even use rust as. Oh my god, please, V-Snake, just do the
Rust
things.
as in not having done this for 2 years before. But no one really
So-
runs this. That's the unfortunate thing, I guess, with it being a little bit obsolete compared to 14 tally and 90% and really hundo in the last year.
That category.
You did it.
So yeah, as you saw in 100%, it's also in this category. We just use the manipulative. Manipulable
Trying.
invisible wall there, just to get out of bounds to get to the final seahorse. If you want to see all the seahorses get rescued, wait until the end of Spyrothon. That's when Spyro 2 100% happens on SRT.
In HD, you'll get to see the King's sons return.
I've actually not seen that. I haven't even got to Spyro 2 yet.
Now that
Okay, we do both of these challenges obviously because they're easy orbs. They might take a little bit of time, but again, 2 back-to-back orbs.
They're actually very quick.
Where are you trying to get out of here? Well, just the fact of doing this for Hunter's entertainment, for his manta ray.
I mean, hey, Spyro's the perfect size. No? He fits on the manta ray so great.
Yes. Hunter actually stunted the manta ray's growth. Just so he can use it for this. Okay, so pretty much everything in Summer Forest, we're actually going to go battle crush, a fierce battle. I'm going to use a couple quicker strats that I don't think was used in 40 Orb before. We're going to put in. You'll see them in, I think you might have seen them earlier with Drashed in his run. Pretty much just a quicker way to deal hits to crush.
Damage abuse strats.
Yeah, damage abuse on the lava, it skips having to... I guess it really just saves frames in general, yeah. But it adds up.
Crush strats, always.
Pretty precise timing.
It's not the easiest thing in the world, so.
And you gotta make sure you time the flames exactly right, so he doesn't just wander off to another button because he's too close to this one. Kinda weird, but... And you can't just charge right into the lava, you kinda have to glide into it.
V-Snake, you don't have smart. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go for that, not here, I'll go for it on this one. I'm good, Wally.
I couldn't be sure.
I was assuring. Hopefully, okay, we couldn't get that. That doesn't really even matter anyway.
Yeah, there's plenty of fodder.
Yeah. Just trying to be a little fancier with those flames. I actually was told by a source that flaming it that way, or flaming crush that way, is a little bit quicker than jumping and flaming him. So there's the secret strats.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really need to discuss at this point then. I am through with Summer Forest, so I'm going to bid you adieu.
Thank you, Wally. Our man needs to get some rest for his performance.
Au revoir, everyone.
Thank you. Okay,
So, yeah.
that was awkward.
I actually didn't even know he was leaving.
No, I meant like me getting the gems and fodder. That was awkward.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They really just called this level Icy Peak.
Okay, so this is a kind of a tricky part. This is another part I had trouble with. Hopefully, it won't give us too much trouble.
It'll glide off the wall.
It is very tricky though, if you do it the way I do it, because I don't remember.
Can't you sprout her off that too?
You can, but I do not. I have not had success with it in a while. These are horrible attempts for some reason.
You can always go to the one little building, the one little hut.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I should have done that to begin with. I just didn't want to. Oh my god, get on the thing.
Yeah, there you go. Skips that money bags requirement.
We're just gonna go this way. I was debating on which way was actually better to go. You can do the next challenge you're about to see here, Draklets. You can do it backwards or forwards. I think before a lot of people did it backwards, but there's not a huge difference.
There's no double jump in Spyro 2 Reignited. This Toys for Bob doesn't like fun.
I missed an enemy. Okay. Sorry, yeah. Crystal Glacier was not a level. I had fun practicing.
He did those 15 enemies just for the Draklets power up. It's a pretty solid movement.
Okay. Pretty happy with one cycle-ish Draklets. The wall glide portion kind of ruined it, but I was kind of trying to go for speed. I didn't really want to have to do that backup. It's really just a couple of levels. Now, it's pretty much a lot of smooth sailing through Skelos and Breeze, really up to Zephyr again. Does it really pick up? I guess, I don't know. I guess Magma in a way with Party Poopers, but that's not too difficult. It's a lot of linear level-to-level movement right now. And then another challenge, set of challenges here, Dinos 1 and 2, we get another break, but what I'll be attempting here is a cat bat proxy. I sort of got a semi-forward proxy off of it. What we went for was a height proxy that helps us just negate having to go the extra distance and just go straight here to initiate it.
Skip the bridge there with the walking double jump.
Yeah.
Well done.
And then the bridge opens here for some odd reason.
Uh-oh.
We could just neglect these poor cavemen, but we decided we'll stick around and help them. Because it's in our favor too. So yeah, obviously challenges like these in Mantas 1 and 2 are very easy auto-scrollers, so... And we obviously need the talismans as well to open the bosses without skipping into them. There's actually a separate category, 40-or boss skips. I got that jump. That was pretty good.
The superior category.
It's a little bit shorter.
Excellent.
I guess it's more of... I don't really know how to describe it. There was kind of a controversy on what should be the allowed 40 orb or what should be called 40 orb. And, well, either way, it's just pretty much skipping into the bosses and then beating Ripto at the end. You don't really have to do early Ripto for 40 orb.
Yeah, you still get 40 orbs in 40 boss skips, but the issue with it was that you're skipping bosses to go faster. And that like varied from the previous like idea of 40 orb. That's why it's a separate category.
And that's why 40 orb really kind of relates to 100 egg in a lot of ways, just because there was 100 egg and then there was any percent, and for this there was 40 orb, then 14 talisman was kind of thrown in the mix, and then any percent was kind of deemed a thing in I think 2013.
Yeah, when Gulp Skip was fun.
What I tried to do there was slingshot to get those gems, but I'm gonna get these gems just because they're pretty good still. If I don't bonk into him. I think I missed a 5, but whatever. Didn't want to get a lot of those. But again, we do have to have enough to open up Zephyr at the end. So I'm going to take it easy on gems here, I think.
Yeah, I think you're fine for now.
Again, for me, it's still kind of a work in progress just because this is a newer route. But it makes gem routing a lot more, I guess, flexible because you can just get a bulk of them in Shady. And that's where pretty much the whole level revolves around auto-scrolling. For here in Scorched, again, we used to just do monkeys as well. We used to go the separate way instead of just straight to the tally room, Sproder Man over, talk to Hunter, and then work our way back to the tally room area. But thanks to Hockey earlier, we were rewarded later in the run with not having to do that. So just standard 14 tally stuff here. We'll skip these vases just because we don't need them.
Yeah, you're fine on gems. If you're ever low on gems there, you can just get a couple extra in the area.
From here to through the end of Fractures, pretty much just 14 tally standard stuff. A little bit here and there is different, like in Fracture we do Alchemist, but a lot of similarities between 14 tally and 40 orb.
On to Fracture. While you get the free pass to sleep.
Yes. And he's not using it to his advantage. Now he is. Okay.
Great man.
Truly devoted to Spinko the Dinko.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried to go for a kind of a glide, which gets us closer to the basket. Doesn't really benefit us there, but just because the camera's kind of wonky. I'm just gonna get this one. Like I said, we don't have to be as strict as we would be in 14 tally for gems.
Nice. So yeah, you can break that satyr, and then get a glide off it, so you get closer to the next one.
Okay, we got one quick skip. A lot of debate on how quick skips work. Quick skips, if you didn't notice, you might not have. It's just pretty much skipping through the text of the satyr quicker. It's been said that if you, I guess, mash X and start, and then stop as soon as like the explosion cutscene happens, you have a better chance. I don't really know. That's just my strat that I use. You can really just mash the whole thing and you might get the same amount. I did not want to get stuck there. But it's pretty much RNG. You can get 5 quick skips, even though that's really hard, or you can get none at all. And for these Earth Shapers, I hit them in a certain pattern. There's a lot of time between this, a lot of leeway between this and the talisman as opposed to 100%. You can pretty much get the entire talisman cutscene and have him and then just have him like suddenly appear to Hunter.
Yeah, and 100% you definitely use this challenge way more to your advantage with getting the rest of the level done. Here, you just kind of have to wait. You also have Fireball to help you there.
Oh. Again, that doesn't even matter that I bonked there. It just looked ugly, but...
Yeah, he's just trying to make sure he goes and gets the talisman before the satyr makes his... Or not the satyr, the alchemist makes his way around.
So yeah, pretty much a double or a sequence break. We don't have to stick around to go back to the talisman, or I guess the Hunter orb, And then here we want to exit out of this because we don't have head bash, but pretty much breaks up the sequence, allows warping, I guess, to our advantage. We'll see that here as well, another sequence break when we do party poopers and land on the volcano at the same time to get the talisman orb combo. A couple of these have been, I guess, discovered recently for 100% as well, making it a lot quicker for some things. And then here's another RNG bit, probably one of the better RNG bits of the game, I think. Popcorn. We do both of them, hopefully in a good amount of time. A lot of it is skill-based and placement-based, knowing where you're going, but get these two enemies so we can get the power up. I'll just get that gem for the heck of it.
Hey, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, saw one back there. Always just pretty much looking for the whole entire room as much as you can.
Yeah, you always want to have a lot of room in your field of view, just so you can see where popcorn's going.
Okay, that was pretty decent. Could have been a little better, but I mean, we can't ask for too much during a typical run. It's really two that you have to look out for, because Hunter can really just steal a lot of your gems. Or popcorn things, whatever. Okay. That was a good setup. Ugh. And then Hunter moving around a lot can mess up your camera if you're not careful.
Hunter's a dick.
He's not your friend. He makes you work for saving the world.
Yeah, honestly, he's probably the biggest enemy in the game.
I would back that up.
You're really...
Can we get a Hunter emote in the chat, please?
I think that's Where 5 or Where 4. It's a Vanny emote. Oh no, he took it out. Wow, never mind.
Ah,
Actually, no, it's still there. Never mind.
okay.
25.
Thank goodness.
I had to scroll down from the FFZs.
Just because I don't feel... I don't know. Get a couple gems just to make me feel better. I feel like we're getting a little bit low, so... Okay, a very, very infamous challenge. Not... okay. Not one of the easiest challenges.
Yeah. Opposed to 100% where you have to use Fireball, which is really simple to do this challenge. Using the little rocks here is more annoying, so you have to actually go and pick up the rocks.
Very skill-oriented. Actually,
yeah,
probably...
gotta be a good sniper.
Probably one of the most satisfying minigames for
Yeah.
that reason, when it comes together, but... I'm gonna get this just because I want to be able to get up there. I guess...
Yeah, and how he's gonna get up to the volcano platform, whatever, he's gonna use a super fly jump.
I was gonna say, I guess the lifespan or whatever it's on, the timer, actually affects how you can do that Superfly strat. So I just refilled it just because I was right there, just to make sure I got it. And we're just gonna end on these gems because that's a good set.
You probably saw super fly jump in the Spyro 300% run. It's also in Spyro 2.
Oh, yeah, I think it's still used, yeah, for going to, I guess, Seashell? It'd be still as the route. So we're gonna go to Shady here, pay money bags. There's not really a viable way. I think the whole entire area perimeter of Shady Oasis here is solid. You can't get in.
No, I think it's been, people have tried.
The portal's open. It's not like it's locked or you have to fly underneath or whatever. It's just...
You can't get in that little box.
Yeah. Sure, through pirating, you might be able to, but not really useful for us.
People have tested it using like the cheat thing, and I don't think there's any way in there.
So yeah, the only place where really picking up gems and shady matters, unless you're doing buying Swim 14 Talisman, which we'll see. We'll explain a little bit more of that tomorrow during the 14 Talisman race featuring your boy, yours truly. I did not flame that. And 2% Milk, who will be here later.
Big fan. If I may say so myself.
Yes. This is not a paid advertisement.
Well.
Oh, I'm getting paid in morality. I feel good. It's a good cause.
Yeah.
Making Spinko run fast. Okay. So I kill these enemies just so Shorty here can run without being impeded as much. Because that actually matters. Just not very much, but...
Yeah, we're sponsored by Spyrothon. I think McDonald's possibly. Trying to think of who else.
We are. Oh my goodness. We are the real gamers. Go down and get your Slurpees.
And some chicken nuggets. I don't know if 7-Eleven actually sells chicken nuggets. Maybe they do.
Just gonna get these gems just to be careful. And I should be good on gems. I'm gonna go over here and get these. Okay. And I should be good to go. So we brought it back in Autumn a little bit, had a little bit of trouble here and there with some of the proxies. Sheep and Beetle in general. A lot of really tricky spots for a lot of runners in all categories. Well, I guess that are not 100%, but it can really go either way. But for this, it's just a matter of having the best movement down. And we are pretty much just at the right gem amount, plus or minus a couple.
Can do a double jump over to that island just to get the orb that's chilling. Also with the 325 gems.
Okay, that was a little closer than I thought. I really thought I was gonna die there. Highly optimal charge.
And Zephyr is the last level of the area.
Since the main idea is to get from point A to point B, I try and cut my gliding time a little bit, as much as I can.
Yeah, just don't want to bonk on the edge and then fall down and waste like 30 seconds.
For this, I kind of think I do something different. I'm not sure if it's faster or slower, but it's a little tricky if you don't know how to do it. Just trying to get the flame off that guy. That should be it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go for ESG jump here. Pretty much gliding under an invisible roof. Not too tough. It's just your placement has to be right, and you really have to know where you're going and what you're doing here. But it's a pretty easy trick. We'll see if I can get it.
You can't like do you can't like double jump over it or anything.
Okay.
You're kind of going underneath it and up. Yeah, like that. You can't like do a full jump either. You kind of have to like you have to cut it a little bit.
So that was actually really good, I think, because I don't manage to get that all the time.
Same. Then here, just skipping all of the seed challenge, and then just double jumping over to finish up the entire challenge as a whole. Also, if you run past the bird a little bit, you can get like set to that little spot.
If you can actually run off the platform entirely and just have the bird talking to you. It's a little tricky. I'm not sure exactly how to do it, but it is a strat you can do in 100%.
You may have to jump. I'm not sure.
Or flame charge, yeah.
Something like that.
Well done.
Bad text box.
And then it's convenient that after Zephyr, you just get teleported right to Allura.
So you don't have to do that very, very long trek over. That's why we save Zephyr for last. Because the island just really makes it a little bit inconvenient for routing in some ways. But it works best this way.
And gulps, just gulp. pretty sure it's already been explained in the 2-on-0 run. But...
We're gonna try and go for a double just because we can always salvage this. Yeah.
Taking us through some time. That was well set up.
Might as well show off the double. It can sometimes be a bit quicker just to hit him with the single, then hit him with a bomb later. It's always guaranteed. First phase is barrels, second phase is bombs, and then okay.
It's just whatever after that.
Yeah, and then third phase is rockets, guaranteed. So if you skip the second phase by getting doubles, you can just go straight to rockets because you can't get a double with bombs. And then you can get a combination of like a barrel and a bomb if you know what you're doing. Gulp seems to be firing off a lot of whatever these things are so far. Lightning bolts. So can I move over here? Yes.
If you're good, you can get triple. So you can get
yeah, that was a bad camera. He's just kind of making me run all over the place, trying to get him back to the middle. This is a bomb. Take my chances. There we go. A lot of it is just also hoping, relying on good RNG for what you want to do at times.
Yeah, because you don't always know what's going to pop out of the egg.
Also here, we do need to keep track of our Sparks health. We need to be Sparksless for this next part for 40 Orb to get Swag Swim.
Yeah.
So we need to bank on there not being any chickens that would waste the potential of a double hit or possibly even raise mine or Gulp's health. So.
And you're up with it.
I'm gonna get away just so I don't get hit. Still not used to it. This is the only category where we still use this. We used to use this in 100% before early Ripto. That was the fastest way to do it before, and that's why we had to buy Swim. Well, I guess it's always been the same, just buy Swim, but we would have had to go to Ocean, Speedway, then Gulp, and all this before.
Yeah.
So for this, we are going to avoid Penguin Proxy. We're going to go for this trick. I don't know how smart this is for me to do. Okay. Still going to go for it. Okay, I didn't get it, so we don't have to worry about dying anyway.
Yeah,
you can hover. You can hover right on that. Dying would probably waste about.
That's a lot of time because you can't lose health in Winter Tundra.
And I'm gonna go over here just because I don't feel like risking losing my life over the faster Dragon Shores entry.
Yeah.
So pretty much not activating, but going through the hidden part of the Dragon Shores entry that's stored underneath. Same as Spyro 3, really. I don't know. Yeah, that was a bad attempt. So here we're trying to clip out of bounds. I want to get on the wall if I can't do this.
Yeah, sometimes this gets patched. Alright. You gotta set this up so you can get the right angle for this one.
So you want to go underneath here. Was this good? Yes, okay. That was a little sketch, but...
You just kind of swim into the theater.
Yeah.
Sometimes
and then
we fall out of it too.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. You got to make sure your placement. Pretty much what I did is almost exactly. It was kind of iffy at the end. You want to swim underneath the Nork. You want to just set it up in an exact specific way so you can just get the same camera angles and the same setup every time. And then you activate that last cutscene, which gives you all abilities and Fireball. Well, the Fireball came from swimming underneath, but that's pretty much Dragon Shores. But it doesn't give you the early Ripto advantage. It just gives you all the other perks. I guess the credits, viewing the credits, or beating the actual boss himself. I'm not sure what it is exactly that you get the early Sparks range, but everything else like Head Bash, Climb, we have all that now. So we're able to beat the whole game, going back to Mystic and Metropolis. Try to go for that early hit. That was kind of a bad setup. But here, something a bit different before. Okay, I died somehow. That was great.
Yeah, you didn't have Sparks. I don't think you got the sheep earlier.
No. That was partly my fault.
Yeah, there you go.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, we need enemies here just so we can make sure the supercharge power-up is loaded.
We do need 15. The timing is a little exact. It's not, I mean, it's not too bad, but it's pretty much almost exactly when you get to the power-up is when it activates, because I guess the path for all the spirits to go through is really long in this level.
Yeah.
And anyone that runs Hondo knows that.
Yeah, if you end up missing one and you have to go kill another enemy, it takes a long time for it to actually load up, which is annoying.
That was dumb. I'm just gonna get that now. Just because going through that portion between the flag and the tally guy is kind of weird. The orb guy.
See the path of the spirits behind you.
And then should activate in a minute. Okay. Had to wait a little bit longer than usual. Don't know why. Said this level's kind of weird with that sometimes. You'll have to sometimes look at the enemy to get the spirit to pop out, and it's just a really confusing mess. But luckily Winter Tundra's not very long, and there's not as many levels, so we just collect the rest of the orbs that we need around here. Here we're going to head to Mystic, which is the shortest and probably easiest level in the whole run.
Yeah, compared to the 100% expectation of Marsh.
The one you actually get orbs in, I guess.
Yeah, pencil challenge and everything.
Scorch and Breeze don't really count, yeah. I want the 40 slowest orbs, definitely including the fetch quest, obviously. So pretty much doing Robotica first and we're ending on Metropolis. We're setting up Penguin into Metropolis, which skips the text box and is a little bit faster if done optimally. Another route change. I guess the last significant route change in the run. Levels are done the same though as before. We pretty much just skip straight to the end here, past the guy. We'll see him later in a minute. Talk to Basil here who needs his Jeep fixed. He's got stuck in the middle of a forest, you know.
I actually didn't know he got his Jeep stuck.
Him and Agent Zero need to go back to Earth or wherever.
Is that actually what he says?
No, it's just the only humans in the game. So we want to get that guy. We're gonna glide over here. We can use this to our advantage. We don't have to pause the game or anything. And then hit the last weasel.
I mean, Hansel and Greta are human too, I guess.
They're like humanoid.
Yeah.
They're an off-color pink on PSTV.
Yeah. In the Ignited, they're just like little kids.
So yeah, after this, we're pretty much gonna get this rock and then do our last level here, which is probably a really fun level to end on, just because you get so many orbs at once. Ah, that other penguin's in the way, kind of distracted me. See if we can... Okay, we couldn't do it, but that's okay. Worth a shot. Somehow. Could not do that.
How many orbs do you need to actually open up Metropolis?
I think it's... I don't remember exactly. I don't know if it's 25 or 16. I can't remember, but it's... I mean, the route we have for Hundo is pretty close to what it is. Let's go. Go. I haven't done it in so long. I haven't really needed to see the requirements. Being a filthy speedrunner and all.
A bit of platform there with the little walking DJ.
Yeah, that's obviously not intended. You're supposed to go around and do it the normal way with a single jump. That is bad. We're just gonna take the death there. I did not mean that was a kind of a weird power jump, and I was trying to be a little too optimal there.
You glided right off it. Didn't really get it real well.
I don't know if couldn't tell really what that was, but it makes the UFO cycle decent at least.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Not quite, but
A little off, but yeah, he could have turned back, but I think it's still faster if you death abuse and get right back up on that platform versus climbing the ladder again.
plus I had a much better UFO cycle.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's much more predictable.
These pretty much just run on a local cycle as soon as you enter the level. Hitting the ice is the only way to really stop it, for some weird reason, but I mean, if you've done it enough times, you just know where the UFOs will probably be going.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually want to see the time. I'm sure it's not sub 50. Oh, not quite. Yeah, thanks to a couple of the proxies that just kind of walled it a little bit for me, but
And just finishing up with Ripto. Same as 100%, same as 14 tally. Nothing really changes with Ripto.
pretty much just
Spyro,
get through them as quickly as possible with the fireballs. Obviously makes the whole challenge non-existent.
Doesn't really make it a challenge.
Forgot to get the early hit there. Huh.
Yeah, if you
Not
turn
turn
around,
around
you
in
can
time.
hit gulp there, and then you can also do the same with the third phase and hit the bird if you angle up your fireball, or just look up and point at it. Like
Very
that.
easy. Quick hit there.
It's the easier of the two. And then yeah, you just have to look around for Ripto. Pretty much flies in a set path behind you. It's very predictable.
Okay, time.
Turn around, and it's all good.
So that's pretty much it. Oh, it's a little bit off, but I expected about a 51 just because of proxies and all that. But that was 40 orb. Hopefully you guys enjoyed.
I don't think we can
Yep.
ever thank
And
you enough,
next
Spyro.
is Terrible Runner.
Yeah.
I suppose you have to go now?
Yeah,
So,
I better.
something you should probably not
There we
watch.
go. Yours truly, JakeInTake. So yeah, obviously,
Before you go,
make sure and everyone come in and watch this amazing attack the Rhinox run.
Yeah, Game Boy block.
Hunter